So remember yesterday's video about search and rescue and how I was saying how it was weird, how they did it, how it doesn't really work because the thing in search and destroy that's so great is that when someone's dead, they stay dead, and here it doesn't really work out and it kind of, creates this like camping sort of thing. Well, we broke it. The game is broken now. That I'd like to thank a couple of people who helped me out with this to show that this game is super broken. Search and rescue is a super broken game, as you can see right here. This when I heard about the search and rescue paradigm, how it worked, I this was what I immediately thought what was going to happen. There was going to be some way to kill yourself and your teammates pick up the tags, and you can just do that forever, until the enemy finds you. So that one's a little more obvious, but still a very, very broken mechanic. It's a super easy way to boost, which is how I expect people to use it, because you get points for rescuing tags. So that's super broken. But here, a couple of friends and I are just fucking around. I have the voice chat on here to show you guys that we weren't strategizing, we weren't trying real hard or anything. And it doesn't really work out here in the first round because we didn't have our shit together. But we were honestly just screwing around, and we found out how to break search and rescue. It's just because the dynamic of this game does not work. It's this huge flaw, and we're exploiting it. So I mean, I wouldn't post this video if I was like a big channel. I had some sort of influence where if I showed an exploit, everyone's going to figure it out and use it. I'm not in, just use it for the views. But since there's very, very few of you watching this video, I don't think it's going to hurt the community whatsoever. So, withhold your judgment for now. And also, this is just such a broken game type. It's so funny. It's so funny how there's no quality assurance in Infinity Ward. There is no quality assurance at all. They don't test this game. They obviously, didn't put out a beta. Otherwise, this shit would be found out within the first day. So they don't care about the products. All they care about is, making money and putting out some shady, shambled up little project. And, telling people that they put new things in the game, because if you put new things, then people get excited and they buy the game. That's all Infinity Ward does. There's no quality assurance to this game whatsoever. And I think we lose this round here, but then we pull our shit together and we figure out a major exploit in the game. So, like with the first exploit that I showed you, you can pick up your teammates' tags. And what this allows you to do is go all together, camp in a building that's very hard to, kill all of you. Very hard to meander around to kill all of you. So what you do is you all hide together, and we get our shit together right here. We all hide together, and someone's going to finally come a knocking, whether you bait them by firing your gun or they know where you are or such. And it really works. It really works. It goes 7 rounds here, and we don't win, but that's because we didn't, have our shit figured out in the first couple rounds. And we didn't, pick, good spots to hide. But what happens, the plan is to hide all together. It doesn't have to be in any particular type of place. You could all hide in a corner. You could all hide in a building. You can all hide in whatever. But you all hide in pretty much the same vicinity. Someone's going to come a knocking. Maybe you kill him and you get the tag just because you have so many numbers against them. Or maybe one of your teammates dies, but you recover his tag because you're so close to him, and then you kill the enemy, and lather, rinse, repeat. That's just how it works. You make sure you got people camping on all fronts of the game. As you see, I died right there, but my teammate was right next to me, so he picked up my tag. This game type is so broken, guys. It's so broken, and I'm not even mad about it. I think it's hilarious. Obviously, if I was really into this game, or Search and Destroy wasn't coming back, because that's what you guys have told me, that's what I've seen, is that Search and Destroy is coming back to the public playlist. So it doesn't make sense. So they're going to have Search and Rescue and Search and Destroy? Why would they have two game types that are so similar? No one's going to play Search and Rescue, except for the people that have figured out the cheap exploits to boost or win games. So, and this strategy does work. I think this is the only time we lost using this strategy. But it did go to overtime, and this was our first time doing it, which is why I'm showing you guys. Just our first time really figuring it out. You just all huddle together, and the guys will just keep on coming, and you'll kill them, and you'll pick up your teammates' tags, and you can do this for as long as you want. If you can implement a strategy where you just do this until you get 2 kills, and then you spread out. You can do this until they plant the bomb, and then go ahead and kill them and defuse it, and that works as well. You can do it until you need to plant the bomb, till there's like just a couple left, or you just okay, everybody go, and then you all run to one spot, and you have a numbers advantage here. And they'll try to use explosives, so you could always use your explosive resistance perks, which I don't think any of us were using, but it just goes to show that this is just our first time. We didn't really have any time to perfect the strategy. As you can see right here, I knew someone was camping out here waiting for us, so I just go ahead and take him out, and I know my teammates got my back because we're all huddled close together. It's so funny how Infinity Ward just they don't think of anything in this game, and now I'm just wrecking their shit. We got a couple of kills, and now we can go out to defuse the bomb and just huddle all together. And this whole recovering your tags dynamic it doesn't work. It's so broken, and it's hilarious to me that no one in Infinity Ward thought about this or thought that they should do something about it, because it's a huge exploit. It's a gaping hole. It ruins the game. I imagine I didn't get any hate mail, which is weird. But I got a couple of people on the enemy team who wanted to talk to us about what we were doing, I assume. But I can imagine being on the other team. I'd be super pissed. I'd be super pissed if this was happening to me. But the fact that, it's search and rescue, and they fucked up because they had to know that people wanted search and destroy. They had to know that. So I don't know why they're giving in and giving us search and destroy back. It's like, how did they not see this come? Did they think that everyone was just going to love this big change to the third most popular game type that's been in the last 6 CODs at least? And they also took out Capture the Flag and Demolition, which have been in the past few CODs, and Capture the Flag might have been in every single COD for all I know that's had multiplayer. I mean, it would make sense. It's kind of like Team Deathmatch or Slayer, however you want to say it, and Capture the Flag are kind of like the 2 mainstays in every single multiplayer game when it comes to shooting and killing, or at least killing each other kind of dynamic, where it's not a MOBA or something. But it's mind-boggling to me how they put no quality in this game. They didn't care. Like I've said before, people who make Call of Duty, any Infinity Ward or Treyarch, they obviously don't play their own game, or they would see these mistakes coming before they actually come to fruition. If I worked at one of these places, or if I was a part of a group that had some common sense, and this search and rescue thing was proposed to us, and we're like, okay, well, we don't like that idea, but let's test it out. We'll break it in a day, and we'll show them that it's not worth it. This is why you need betas. This is why you need the game to be tested. This is why you need people who actually play the game to make the game. This is why Infinity Ward keeps failing. This is why Treyarch keeps failing. This is why Call of Duty is, going downhill. They're not putting quality assurance into their game. They're not taking advantage of their big fan base to help them fix what's wrong with the game, whether that be beta test closed or open, or having people come down to play the game. I mean, they say that, I don't know about Black Ops, or I don't know about Ghost, but they said that in Black Ops 2 they had a small group of people play the game for 2 hours to fix any bugs. It's like, that's not going to happen. Like, a small group of people for just a couple hours, they can't even unlock the guns or the perks, so how are they going to figure out all the glitches and all the exploits and stuff like this? And when it comes to a game mode, you could figure out this exploit on paper. Because like I said, some things look nice on the onset, but the players will dictate if that's a good choice or not. The players will choose. The players will always choose what the best gun is. The players will always choose how they're going to use this attachment, how they're going to use this perk, how they're going to use this kill streak. And this is how the players chose to play Search and Rescue. I haven't seen any other team do this because the game's only been out for a couple days and I haven't played everybody in the world. But this is how me and a couple of friends here decided how we're gonna break the game and just show people how dumb it is, how dumb the idea of Search and Rescue is. Just like there's no quality assurance, and it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. As you can see, we keep getting rescues, which keeps our team alive and helps us win rounds and win games. And you get points for getting your allies' tags. Getting those kills denied. So this dynamic does not work, and it's really, really sad that people trust people to make these sorts of games, to make these sorts of decisions when they obviously have no idea what they're doing, because me and just a couple people can be screwing around, not trying, screwing around, and figure out a way to break the game. It's so crazy. This kind of thing shouldn't happen. Me and a couple people screwing around shouldn't be able to figure out such a huge exploit in the game. This shouldn't be happening, and it shouldn't even be possible. Even more so. And here we broke the game. The game's actually broken now, like legit broken. My entire team is dead, and the round isn't over. I'm just knocking my head against the brick wall because I cannot believe how dumb this is. I can't believe it. And we end up losing the game here in overtime because we didn't know what we were doing. But after this, we implemented the same strategy, and it works in some maps more than others. But we won every single game for the rest of the night using this strategy when we wanted to. We didn't always do it because it was kind of boring or something, but it works. It works. It's not going to win every game, granted, and it's not the best strategy in the world. If you're the best search players out there, you're obviously going to win more games, but this is just a huge exploit that's so easy to do, and it makes me hit my head against the wall to think that this was possible, and to think that me and a couple of buddies just screwing around in Search and Rescue could figure out this thing. So look at that. We got fucking like 16 rescues right there. That's crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comments. I'd love to see your comments on the matter, and I will see you next time.